Thomas Wake, AstroWake, 2019 and beyond. I don't know why I say that. We're going to look at this full moon happening on the 15th in Aquarius. Now, what I'm feeling, what I channeled before I did this, is electricity. It's electric. You can feel it if you tap into it. But it could leave you with a feeling of franticness and not having clarity on what to do with it. And this is, I want to say, to service. Right now, perhaps we're getting that motivation, that energy. We want to do something. We're coming up with creative ways to do it. We could take a step back and see the bigger picture, feel inspired, be creative. That's all right. Let that be open to that. As all this Leo energy, Leo is inspiration. It inspires, it brings a light to things that perhaps we're in the dark. And so we have this energy and this, perhaps this energy towards a vision, but not a clarity of the vision now. And that's all right. Just let that inspiration come and think big. What do you want out of life? Think about it. Now think about what even bigger. Not even bigger. The biggest one. We'll have time to edit it and to perfect it in Virgo season. And Virgo season will come as sure as the sun will rise. Now, another thing that we have going on is this Venus conjunction to the sun, which will be opposing this full moon, is how we get full moons. And so this brings, I think, some much needed love. It's very heart-centric right now. Let's do a quick meditation. Close your eyes, if you will. Breathe in through your nose, expanding your diaphragm, and out through your mouth. Now let us picture, keep breathing. This is normal. Now picture our chakral system starting from the very root of our tailbone, which is a dark red, fiery energy. And we're moving up to an orange, and to the next chakra, to the yellow. And now we're getting close to the heart. And the heart is this green core. At the core zone, our heart. And from this very center is where everything exudes. And if we're not, and we're caught too high up in the head of mental overthinking, or if we're too down low in the just surviving and following my desires, we're imbalanced. We find that middle path, which is led by the heart. And then when we do that, we almost skip the carnal mind and we jump and we tap into the higher mind of God, which comes through our heart. Venus is a color of green. Venus is the most evolved planet according to esoteric astrology. It brings the light, Prometheus, light from heaven, from the mind of God, from the very heart of God. Our mind generates electromagnetic energy. The strongest point in us that exudes the most amount of energy electromagnetically is from our heart. Much more times over than our brain. We're in a head-centric society. Now we're coming back out of this and we're going back to the heart. Go Google Spotify songs that have heart stuff. Sometimes to get there, you're going to have to swim through the waters of emotions. You can't just skip over them. You go through them for a purification. A good way to do that is through crying. To feel those things. You can't suppress them. You bring them up. Hercules in his 12 labors, when he got to the sign of Scorpio, a fixed sign that squares Leo, all this Leo energy. We have Hercules fighting this Hydra, which nine heads, or 9 dimensions. and it chops up each head with its Martian fiery sword, Leo Mars. But each time it does that, it grows back another head. So now twice as many heads coming at you. And what he does, he remembers what the guide told him before he went to this battle. And he had to take a step back from swinging the sword wildly and recollect. That's Mercury retrograde season. Now he remembers what the seer told him. And it's pretty much that you are the divinity you seek. And you have the devil that you seek to slay. The dragon is within you in your subconscious. And we have to dive down there psychoanalytically and bring it up. What he does, he reaches down under beneath the Hydra and he uproots it out of this nasty, putrid, sulfuric swamp where he was scared to go for it was dark and foreign. And then he digs deep down, grabs it, uproots it. The very root of the problem. Where does this fear come from? Where does this doubt? Where does this mistrust? Where does this disgust? Where does this feeling of unworthiness stem from? We bring love to that, which is light. Because when Hercules overcomes this labor, he lifts up the Hydra to the light of the sun. Leo season, where the sun is. Great time to bring those things up into the light of the sun. A symbol of God's very love for us. We bring love to that, love to ourselves, so that we could then go forward into Virgo season as a great handmaid servant of the Lord with our purified heart at service to our brother man. And because we love ourselves, we won't so much lose ourselves. And paradoxically, Mother Teresa says, if you want to find yourself, if you're going through a period in your life where who am I? What am I here to do? I'm not feeling connected to source, to divinity. The best way to find that is to lose yourself into the service of others, Mother Teresa. We're not having much air right now. And perhaps that's a good thing, to go from the heart and not from the mind right now. We have to look for practical solutions, Uranus and Taurus. And Uranus is going to go into this square with Mercury in a few days. This is going to be, it could be flashes of intuition, of the big picture, of feeling like your eye is open to the eye of God. Or it could be conflict and challenges in communicating in your just close daily relationships and unforeseen events happening. But this is the way of the universe, of the higher mind of God. And so we might not be able to see it in the moment of it, but we could take a step back and see how this is happening for a higher reason to further us on our soul's journey. The very reason why we stepped into this school that we call life. Let's go to the cards. To step into that heart energy, and we have this Venus-Leo conjunction. Leo's the sun. You would think that the sun is the solar system's center, where we are. That would be at your heart, because Lion, the Leo heart, in astrology, it does resemble the heart. But then in our chakral system, our heart is green and ruled by Venus. Venus is love, the highest light ray vibration. Some would say the very web and fabric that keeps this whole existence sustained. The very waters of life is what Aquarius pours out. Not the water of emotions, the cosmic water of life. Prima mater. Technology, communications, innovation, unity through diversity. These Aquarian traits, perhaps we could get flashes of intuition into a world that has embraced that more. Well, with Uranus and Taurus, it's asking for us to bring it to this world, to manifest it. Venus, ruler of Taurus. With Uranus there. Right now, at this full moon, I feel like it's very much here to help us point our compass's arrow in the direction of where we need to go as a collective conscious. And you might not be out in the streets revolting against the establishment. That might not be your certain calling, vocation. It could just be by doing small acts of kindness. Because just as there's no personal sin, there's no such thing as a personal act of kindness that doesn't elevate our collective whole. Let that be used as your form of your sacrament that you perform every day as a living, breathing prophet, priest, and king. Prophetess, priestess, and king queen. But we're each called to. The card that comes up is the card of Aquarius. Isis, the great star behind our sun. The mother, the prima materia, the great alchemist who strips down in its childlike innocence of that Leo lion heart. But it's at work in this world with one foot in the cosmic waters and then kneeling down in the earth. This is very much Uranus and Taurus. And making a wish. What do you want from this world? What can we offer this world? What does it need? Love. From the heart. Let that be the directing guide. Oh, Thomas Wake.